I got digital dash, came right with a I walk in the store and I bought the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds, but drop on this hot. 400 degrees, I burned up the block. Burn out, make one call, they turn out. CC the gang, get the word out. When the shit getting hot, you the first out. Cover my wrist with a watch and I flood it with rocks. Now I look at the time all day. EP high, I rap through your block and I drop off the top and I know you can see my face. You my dog at the end, don't care what the bitches say.
Leave a like on this video within the next 5 seconds for 2K to finally fix their servers. I would not risk it. Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Fizz back in a bit with yet another video. Today I'm coming y'all with another build video. Today I got y'all with the best guard build, ISO build, Demigod build. Literally can do anything on offense, dunk, shoot, speed boost, anything, and it even has pretty decent defense. And yeah, I'm gonna be showing you guys exactly how to make it. It's pretty much like the inside out playmaker or the officer threat from last year. Y'all probably know about it. You can make it a lot of different ways, but in my opinion, this is the best way you can be able to get sharp takeover on it, and you're gonna get a really good name with that takeover. So yeah, I'm gonna be showing you guys exactly how to make it, like I always do, the pie charts and everything. So yeah, if you guys want more build videos like this, go ahead, leave a like. I got a very special build video that's gonna change current gen coming very soon. So if you guys want that, I'm just gonna say just spam the like. But yeah, man, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop straight into the video. Alright, so first things first, when it comes to making this build, you're gonna be at the point guard position. Then when it comes to the pie chart, you're gonna be going for on this build, this is gonna be getting your max caps and your Hall of Fame badges. This is going to be the finishing and shooting pie chart, but this is only gonna be getting you finishing Hall of Fame badges. This is the best one to be able to get this build because you're gonna be able to get contact dunks, but you're still gonna be able to have a lot of shooting badges. Alright, next is the physical profile. When it comes to the physical profile, this is where you're gonna be getting your physical stats. That's gonna be the caps and stuff like that. You can change this later when it comes to the height, weight, wingspan, but this is pretty much like gonna be the main point where you can actually change it. We're gonna go with the speed pie chart for any guard build, in my opinion, because that's just gonna allow you to be as fast as possible. So yeah. All right, next is the attributes. Now for the attributes, pretty well rounded. You're gonna have 17 finishing, 17 shooting, 14 playmaking, and 6 defensive rebound. Now for the 6 defensive rebound, you can put it on interior defense or block. You're still gonna get 6. Me personally, if I'm making it, I'm going with block, but I know the meta way is to make it with interior defense, but you're gonna have a max perimeter defense, lateral quickness, steal, and then defensive rebound. Then for the playmaking, max pass accuracy, ball and handle, post moves up to a 36 to get 14 on the playmaking. Then for the 17 shooting, you're gonna have a max mid-range, 3-pointer, free throw, post fade up to a 64. Then for the 17 finishing, this is gonna be where you get your Hall of Fame badges. You have a max close shot, driving layup, and standing dunk. Then a standing dunk at 38, and then you're gonna have a max driving dunk. And yeah, that's pretty much how you make the build. That's how you really mold it into being the build. And everything that you see on the screen, you're gonna have a really high or great ball handle that's gonna be able to get the pro dribble moves. You're gonna be able to speed boost and stuff like that. Shooting, you're gonna be able to reach certain thresholds to get above an 80 easily at 99. Driving dunk, this is the build that can get contact dunk packages, not like a build that you had to have slasher takeover to get contact dunks. You actually can get the contact dunk packages on this build. And like I said, you actually have pretty decent defense because you have around 6 defensive badges. So yeah, that is going to be pretty much the build. And then when it comes to the best height for this build, you can go with a lot of different heights on this build. You can go 6'2" all the way to 6'5", 6'3", and 6'4". It's kind of like perfect middle, but if you want to be a little bit taller, 6'5", especially with how people on this game make big men builds at 6'8". But for me personally, I'm gonna go 6'4". That's gonna allow you to get to the ball handle above an 80, while also being able to get contact dunks, while also having really good speed and defense. All right, next is going to be the weight. Now for the weight, it's gonna be pretty much minimum weight, but it's gonna go 3 up instead of 175. It's gonna go 178 because that's gonna be pretty much the max speed, acceleration, lateral quickness, and perimeter defense, while also losing as little bit as possible on interior defense and strength. So pretty much the best weight possible for this build. And then when it comes to the wingspan, this is where you're gonna be getting the point of all your max attributes for when you're at 95. Not when you're at 99, but when you're at 95. So for the wingspan, we have to go up in wingspan to be able to get the contact dunks. So we're gonna go with an 83.2 wingspan, not just because we're gonna get the contact dunks, but if you go any higher, you won't be able to get sharp takeover, and that's really good. And it's also gonna be helping you on defense. So let's see other things that you're gonna be able to get at 99. You're gonna be able to get to an 86 driving dunk. You only need an 85 to get all the contact dunk packages, so you got that checked off. You're gonna be able to get above an 83-pointer threshold, so you have sharp takeover on top of that can get to a 90. Very overpowered. You're gonna have an 81 ball handle off the rip. And then when you get to 99, that's at 85. You're going to be able to do momentum and speed boosts in Takeover, or even as you get like a little smidge on your Takeover meter, you're going to be able to do all that off rip. And then when it comes to defensive rebound, you got about 85 steal. So you're going to pretty much be able to do everything that you really want to do. Then when it comes to the physicals, the speed and acceleration, you're going to be able to both get to a 95 with Gym Rat and at 99, and your vertical can go up to an 80. So yeah, man, it's a really, really well-rounded build. Like I was saying, it literally can do everything that you really want to do in this game. All right, next, when it comes to the takeovers, very, very interesting choices. You get Slasher, Shot Creator, Playmaker, Sharp. Now, if I'm making this build with the name that it's going to get, Playmaker Takeover is probably better for me, because one thing, when it comes to having Takeover with this build, you're gonna the build comes out as a Slasher build. So when people are guarding you, they're gonna think that you can't shoot. But if you have Sharp Takeover, they're gonna know what this build is, because they know that if it's a Slasher build and it has Sharpshooter, it can shoot. But if you have Playmaker, they might think you're a different build. If you have Slasher, they might think you're a different build. So that's kind of like my thinking with it. But also, Playmaker and Slasher are just really, really fun takeovers just in general. Sharp Takeover is probably the best one, because it's the only one that gets you plus 10 to 3-point rating. So that's really why this takeover is the one that everybody goes with. But yeah, that's really up to you. But yeah, best one, hands down, is Sharpshooter Takeover. That's going to make you get to the 90-point 3-pointer threshold in Takeover, and that's just very overpowered. It then becomes a really, really meta build, comp build at 99 and then Takeover. So yeah, especially at 99, you don't even need Takeover with it, but when you get Takeover with it, it just becomes broken. It's just that simple. But yeah, the build comes out as a Slasher build, similar to shades of DeJounte Murray, Kevin Johnson, and Damian Lillard. So yeah, that's going to be pretty much the build for the highway, wingspan, attributes, all that type of stuff. All we got left to go over is the best badge setup for this build. Alright, so first things first, per usual, when it comes to the badge setups, is always going to be the finishing. So for the finishing, we got 17 badge upgrades. This is the only category we can get Hall of Fame, and it's very simple what I'm going to be putting on. Contact Finisher Hall of Fame, Slithy Finisher Hall of Fame, Relentless Finisher Hall of Fame Giant Slayer, and then Bronze Showtime or Bronze Lob City Finisher, depending on how you feel like you're going to play with it. If you're going to feel like you play like a secondary off-ball, you're going to be pretty much going with Lob City Finisher, because that's going to help you catch lobs. One of the best bronze badges in the game. But me personally, I'm going to go with Showtime, so I can be able to help my teammates and my Takeover whenever I do a flashy dunk and stuff like that. And I do that a lot. So yeah, that's really better for me. Then when it comes to Slithy Finisher, that's going to get you the best animation possible for every single situation. And an animation-based game like this one is very important. And also on current gen is even more overpowered, because it cancels out the negatives of Contact Finisher. Because Contact Finisher is not just going to be getting you contact dunks. It's going to be making you go into contact layups and get you bad animations. And Slithy Finisher is good to cancel that out. And it also ups your dunk frequency, which is very overpowered. And then we have Giant Slayer, pretty much to cancel out Rim Protector. Rim Protector improves your blocking ability. Giant Slayer improves your ability to not get blocked. So that literally cancels that out. So yeah, it's really, really nice to have, especially in a game like this where Rim Protector is literally the best defensive badge. So yeah, then we have Relentless Finisher for whenever you're trying to do a dunk, a layup, a contact dunk, a lob. It's gonna make you finish that much more, even when fatigued, especially when fatigued, if anything. And then yeah, we got Contact Finisher, really can make you get more contact dunks. It also helps you with contact layups on current gen, but it does get you a lot of bad animations. But the main reason why we put it on is so that we can get contact dunks. When you have the contact dunk packages, that's 20%, and every tier of Contact Finisher is 15% on top of that. So at bronze, that's 35%. As silver, that's 50%. At gold, that's 65%. And at Hall of Fame, that's 80% chance of a contact dunk. So yeah, man, that's going to be the best finishing badge setup for this build. Alright, next is going to be the best shooting badge setup for this build. Now, for the best shooting badge setup for this build, we have 17 badge upgrades to work with. Now, there's a couple badges that I could have put on that I didn't, like Volume Shooter, Hot Start, and Clutch Shooter. I didn't put Volume Shooter because I don't feel like I'm going to be shooting 7 threes a game with this build on a consistent basis. Maybe I'll shoot at most 5 on a consistent basis, but I don't see me, because this build can do too much. I can go into the paint too easily to just be shooting only threes the whole game. If I wanted to do that, I would have made a play shot. It's just that simple. But yeah, we're gonna have clutch. We don't have Clutch Shooter or Hot Start. I just didn't have enough badges. I could have put it on, but I just feel like these other ones just gonna fit me more. You know what I'm saying? Those are overpowered, but yeah, I just feel like these fit me more. Range extender, that's gonna be extending my range, making me shoot way better within my range. And on a build like this that has a lower 3-pointer, but it actually can reach certain thresholds like the 75 and the 80 and the 90 in Takeover, just gonna make me that much more overpowered. Then when it comes to Hot Zone Hunter, then when you get your hot zones windows, that's going to be making you have your make percentage go up a lot more. Your green window is going to get bigger off that. And if you have high zone hunter on top of that, make percentage is going to go up even more, and making your green window even bigger, making you hit more shots and get more greens. And then we have dead eye. For whenever people just trying to do like closeouts and stuff like that, if you use meter, you will see a big difference, you know what I'm saying, on your meter. But if you don't use meter, you will understand that you're going to get contested a lot lower, and it's going to be a lot easier to get greens off that type of stuff. Then when it comes to corner specialist, that's literally the best bang for your buck, silver corner specialist. So yeah, I just went ahead and put that on, because if I want to do fades, corner specialist, in my opinion, is the best fade badge in the game. Difficult shots is good, but I don't really use difficult shots all the time. Like, I can use corner specialist to spot up in the corner and to do fades towards the corner, because it don't have to be in the corner. It can do mid-range, corner, and hash down. So yeah, it's just really good for me. And then I have catch and shoot to pretty much be able to catch and shoot in any situation when you don't have it on. Catch and shoot on current gen is a little bit inconsistent, but yeah, I like having catch and shoot on current gen, especially on a build like this that don't have the craziest 3-pointer. It makes it that much easier for me to catch and shoot. And I'll take a badge that helps it to shoot. It's just that simple. And then when it comes to green machine, as I'm getting greens, consecutive getting greens, the next green and the next green and the next green is going to be that much easier and easier to get. Now, on current gen, it's not as overpowered as it was on 2K20 or even on next gen, but I still like having that badge on. Now, if you're a person that don't want to have green machine, I probably, on this build, I probably would go with hot start, because I'm not shooting too many threes, so that when I'm off the rip, I want to be able to shoot as good as possible. But yeah, that's pretty much the best shooting badge setup for this build. All right, next is the best playmaking badge setup for this build. So this is very simple. Quick first step, that's going to be allowing you to speed boost at that. Whatever tier speed boost ball you're at, this is going to be able to get to the highest tier speed boost ball. So we're going to be able to speed boost at almost the highest rate possible. This does not get Hall of Fame, but we're pretty much really close to that. And then we have handles for days to cancel out stamina issue in this game. That badge is not as good as next gen, but you kind of do need it. Not even kind of, you definitely need it even more, because stamina issue is even bigger. Then we have unpluckable, which is way better than the unpluckable in next gen. This is really going to stop you from getting ripped and stuff like that. Then we have ankle breaker. This is very overpowered on current gen. It might need a nerf. At the beginning of the year, it needed a huge buff. They did a huge buff, and it's ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. You can take people's ankles every possession with this badge. It's very overpowered. It's kind of ridiculous. They even try to ban it in wages and stuff like that. So you got to understand how overpowered it is off that alone. Then we have floor general to give our teammates +2 to their offensive attributes. We don't even have to pass it to them to help them hit their shots. It's just gonna give them +2. So if they can reach a certain threshold to maybe momentum and stuff like that, or if you just help them reach the threshold to get to like a 90 or a 95 3-pointer, or an 85 or an 80, that's gonna make a big difference. And yeah, that's the best playmaking badge setup for this build. And last but not least, before we go ahead and end off this video, we got the defensive rebounding badge setup, and we have 6 badge upgrades to wear. It's simple and easy for me to do. Gold cleanse is going to have you playing the best on-ball defense possible, no matter what you're playing. Full court, half court, screens, and mainly ISO. Make you get up in people's body, bump them as much as possible, and not allow you to get blown by. Then we have interceptor to be in the passing lanes, to be able to steal or catch the ball in the passing lanes, or even get tip passes. It's going to make you lunge even further the higher you go up in tiers. Then we have intimidator. I don't advise anyone going past bronze. It's no point in my opinion, because it's going to get you the best shot contest possible, whether you're on the perimeter or in the interior, no matter what. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't get better. I just don't see a difference enough for me to change it. It's just that simple. So yeah, that's going to be the best defensive rebounding badge setup for this build. But yeah, man, that's going to be the best guard build on NBA 2K21 current gen. If you haven't already, leave a like on this video if you want more videos like this. I told y'all I got a banger coming very soon, where I'm really gonna be breaking the build system. You can even use that on next gen or current gen. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, it really does a big difference on current gen, for sure though, for sure. But yeah, that is going to be the best slasher build, the best guard build. Like I said, if you haven't left a like, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 100K. At 75K, we got a banger week coming very soon. So if you haven't already, hit that sub button. But yeah, turn on post notifications, be the first to every single one of my videos. Share this video to anybody you think this will help. But yeah, man, it's your boy Fitz, man, and I'm out to be, man.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah! Bitch, I got some niggas that cash. New car, yeah, I push that. Push out that bitch and I smash. Push out that bitch and I smash. I'm so fucking high, I might crash.
Alright, before we go too far into this video, I want to make sure to go over this. Now, we were at 4.2%. We're all the way up to 9.7%. But still, 90% of y'all that are watching my videos aren't even subscribed. I know y'all mess with the videos. We finna be going so crazy, so you might as well hit that sub button. It's that simple.